Oh, we're 3 minutes late. I'm sorry. I will read. No, we were cleaning the couch and didn't watch the time, but we're early today because I worked at home today instead of at work. But actually, we're not early. We're kind of like almost back on normal time. Let's see. I have to just reload. And Carla was so nice and quiet for the last 2 hours. I think she was saving up. So Karl built her a fire. You might want to put her bed close to the fire too, so she has a space.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. I have his microphone over here. Okay, now I can see on chat again. Let's see, I have to reload my page here. Yes, come on up, Silly. Show everybody. Say hello. There. It's a Zilly. So we got all cats on the cover photo today. Because I didn't have any. I was working from home today, so I don't have any village to show. And then we were cleaning today, so as well, so I didn't get to show my needle binding as well, but we will. Okay. Osman is here. Skål, Osman. Do you recognize the cup? I'm having Christmas tea, and if my cat doesn't go underneath there, I'm having Christmas tea in a cup that Osman made. There's a little giveaway, and that's the white bottom on there. But that's how we know we can put it in the dishwasher and in the microwave, whereas the actual... There's some other ones that are earthenware that are based on fines, but you can't. Those are hard to use for regular. You have to hand wash them and everything. But these ones we can put in the dishwasher and the microwave, so we kind of like them. You can see. But they're loosely based on a Viking age fine.
If I see you snuggling your camera.
But it's too hot for me to sit. I just poured it, so I have to wait. But it'll be good. And then Karl's got beer.
Yeah, when Fuzzy is done licking it.
He's not supposed to be up on the table. You know that cats are movable, right? There you go.
Yeah.
And Karl needs
this
to...
one in particular is not that easy to move. Boop.
There you go. Oh my God, I'm finally here on time. Yep, you are, Samantha. Not only that, but lately we've been getting later and later, starting at 7 o'clock, but today we got back at 6:30, so hopefully. And then maybe back or way in advance when the Viking season starts up again, then we can start going at 6 o'clock again. So back when the village is open until 6. And then Peruta's here and Albert's here. It still says top chat. I want live chat. Then I can see everybody. And Susan Youngman is here. So, yep. I did notice that we might have a limited amount if they can't quite figure out. If you go to my Facebook page, you have to be... you don't have to be a friend on there to see it, but you'll see the link on my Facebook page. I get a lot of friend requests, but I've got kid pictures on there too, etc. So I usually have to have met somebody in person before I accept them on there. But almost everything I post on there is public anyway, so you can just follow it, and it's almost like being a friend. Almost, you get just as much information. But then you can see when the YouTube link is posted, even if I'm very last minute at it. Something I noticed from Anne today, and we might be having link issues. I noticed I've been having link issues earlier today. But hopefully you don't have the internal wheel of death like I do. Maybe if I shut some things down like Facebook. I'm going through yeah, that might have fixed it. Okay, I don't know if it's stalled for everybody or just me, but anyway. Ann Decker sent me a message. She says, why aren't you approving any of my posts? But actually, she figured it out. It turns out it's like in a lot of other groups, too. Facebook, or Messenger, this week has discontinued their desktop Messenger app. But I guess they still have the phone app still exists, and you can still use Messenger via Facebook itself. Yeah, now they're starting to kill each other again. But so that's taking me. I'm a heavy user of desktop Messenger, so this is taking me some getting used to. But not only that, it seems to have made a couple of other changes. Like if you have a group, for example, I got Nalbinding International. It's actually Kelsey who has that one. I just help her run it. Or the Nalbinding group, etc. All of the Facebook groups have been kind of reset when it comes to post approving. So if you post anything with a link, an admin has to approve the post now until they set it back to allow everybody else post. I think if it has a link on it, which of course YouTube does. So Ann Eckers links to her nalbound.com. If you haven't seen that Nalbinding blog, it's really good. You should check it out. She's got all kinds of history stuff that I can't even answer as well. She cannot even close. And she gets really nerdy into it with all the little, which way the loop goes and the fibers and everything and where they are. And she goes and examines them herself. She's got her little kit with the rulers and the magnifying glasses and the gloves. It's amazing. Anyway, she also has an update every week or so, and she will put that on there as well. But it hasn't been approving because it's a link that's shared on there, and I actually had to go in and set no. Ann can post it's okay. But I didn't see it, and I'm assuming that Nalbound, or the regular Nalbinding group, and some other ones also are not noticing that they have to actually change the settings again on what you can approve and what you can't. I'm just swinging my arms everywhere, but it seems to make more sense when I do. Anyway, but because I have admin access to the Nalbinding International group, the YouTube link does get posted onto that one right away, but everybody else, it says pending approval. So anyway, if you're having a hard time finding it, or you could just go the really easy route and do the subscribe and join or whatever and click the bell for notifications or whatever it is on YouTube, and then you'll find it. But it should be every Saturday around the same time, unless we post well in advance and say we're going to have to go on Sunday this week. Which reminds me, what's the date next Saturday? I can look it up. I just realized, when are we crashing with Christmas?
No, it shouldn't be.
I think we did that last
Christmas would be in between.
Yep.
It's the 20th today. Christmas is in 4 days. So, and next YouTube is in 7 days.
Yep. I see my computer is not staying connected. It's having issues. Otherwise, I'm going to have to increase my data this week. Next Saturday is the 27th. Oh, no, then we're good. I can do math. Duh. It's the 20th today.
Yep, I just told you.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this to catch up. So I can see all the chat. It's easier to read it off the computer than it is to read it off the phone. Ah, Kathleen Egan's here. She says, I haven't been here for years, but glad to see you're still here. It's Kathleen from Connecticut. I remember Kathleen Egan. It's week 300. We probably should have made a cake or something, but we just sort of remembered it about 5 minutes before going on. So did you come up with any bright ideas for week 300?
No, you just told me about this like half an hour ago, woman.
Well, I did. Where do you know what? I thought that was Carla. Karl has a friend. It's a daddy long legs. I thought it was like a fuzzy thing on his sweater, and then I realized he's got a friend. Let's see. These things. I'm not even sure how these things are still alive, because maybe it's because it's a warm winter, but there you go, little friend. Did you name him?
I have no idea what you are doing, woman.
Oh my God, you're so blind. I thought you had a fuzzy on a little fuzzball on your, put your hand out.
It's a spider, not daddy long legs.
Daddy long legs is a spider.
Oh, I thought it was the ones with wings that we called.
No. Daddy long legs is like this. Here you go. There's your little friend. You can take care of him. The cats will eat him if you don't. Don't put him in the books.
It has to be somewhere where it can kill insects.
I don't know why my house is messy. The poor thing. Anyway, but you should let him out. I think it's because when you go out and smoke, they kind of jump on you and you take them in with you.
I would be extremely surprised. I don't think they are alive outside now.
They are. They come in through. You can see them around the door. It's been a warm winter. We still don't have snow. We did have snow for like a blink about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, if not even longer.
Maybe, yeah. And then it's been a while. But I hear it's freezing in
snow down in the mountains,
my hometown.
On the top of the mountains, but it hasn't come down here yet.
No. Okay, so it looks like my chat is not able to keep up to date. My link is slower than normal today. Usually I can have used up my free data roaming, not my but that's okay. We can check up on that. I can use the phone. Let's see. I'll just shut it. You stacked the fireplace so well that a log tried to escape. Okay, I'll check on here. Let's see if we can read chat. Amaro is here. She says, hey, hello. And then Kathleen says, I'll recognize this Samantha Harrington. Why don't you open up a yarn shop in Connecticut? But congratulations. What did she? Oh, no, I'm reading backwards. I should not do this. But yeah, I can see that I've missed quite a bit of chat because my computer won't keep up. Let's see. Oh, Albert's got parents visiting. We're going to have kids visiting, I think. This will be the first year without any family members other than my kids, I think. So it'll be different. But we've got lots of cats. They're making up for it, and we're not technically not working, but some of us had to bring work home with them this year. Spencer says, I've been too busy on Saturdays to join for a long time, opening a yarn store in Kansas City, but so glad to catch you. That's what Samantha wrote, by the way. And then, of course, Kathleen Egan wants her to open up one in Connecticut. You know what, though? Yarn shops are awesome to have. There's, I guess, more and more people were kind of saying that all they could find is the Red Heart stuff or Walmart or Target, but to find the really good stuff. So you have to make sure you put your stuff online, too, so that people can find you either directly or... Yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't envy you. And then, Anna's here as well. Anne! Arnetta, I mean, not Anne, Annetta. Annetta. And I see Robert Reynolds. I can say that from Scotland. And Radispi is here. Okay, Annetta. Karl is going to be cooking us Pinnekjøtt. This is the backwards version. Okay, hold it. Hold the Pinnekjøtt box, Karl, right there. And then we'll turn it. This is what Karl's going to make for dinner today. That is so glaring. There it is. Pinnekjøtt, the most disgusting type of ribba in Norway. No. Why don't I like it? It's so different than svineribba, which is pork ribs, I think.
But yeah, but you can't eat pig all the time.
Yeah, but you guys, I think it's, you know why I don't like it?
You have to eat the sheep too sometimes.
Actually, I don't hate it. I actually do like it. But it's salted. Like, you have to soak it in salt like mad. Not this kind. This is the microwaveable version, so it's probably got 0 salt in it.
Oh, no, it has a lot of salt in it, but it doesn't have an ordal amount of salt in it.
It's an ordal amount. What is Karl Ordal? What is an ordal amount of salt? You have to hold it up. We have to see everything in the thing.
15 times more salt than your average Minnesotan uses in the whole pot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We just put a little bit in there, and just a dash to flavor the water, and that's about it.
You live too far from the water, so salt was probably very expensive for you guys.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what's in here. Okay. You also have the Vossakorv. That's the same sausage we had last week. It's usually a lot bigger than that, but hey. And again, interesting placement of the potatoes and the sausage. Then it will have a kålrotstoppa, which is the Swedes, or basically cabbage root or Swede turnip, mashed, and potatoes. So, but yeah, how do you normally make this if you didn't take the shortcut with the microwave version?
I don't think there is a standard, but you steam it. You steam the meat. The meat is pretty heavily salted, so you take it and put it in water for a while to get the salt somewhat out of it. Yeah. And then you can either use a pot that is designed for it, or you can use the traditional way, which is why it's called Pinnekjøtt, a stick meat, by using small sticks of, I believe it's birchwood. Yeah. To basically lift it out of the water, so it's just in the steam, not in the actual water. Yeah. But technically, when you buy them, it's usually frozen, and then you have to. I mean, the actual Pinnekjøtt, not the microwave, but the meat, the ribs. It's lamb rib. It's lamb not usually rib? Frozen. It's salted so much that you don't have to freeze it. Okay. You just. Because you have to soak it, what, like overnight or maybe 2 nights, or if it was me, like for a month, and then to get the salt out of it? If you soak it overnight, you have an ordal amount of salt in it. Ordal. If you didn't know, Karl's last name is Ordal. Yeah. So his whole family, they just use tons. You can get it to be less salty by soaking it in running water instead of just putting it in water. Mm. And you can soak it for longer. That would also do the trick. But why would you? It's supposed to be salt. Because it's so salty, I'd have to be a smoker to appreciate it. No, I'm the only smoker in my family, right? Well, that's true. No, that's true. I guess I didn't think about that. I don't know. I just, it's really salty. So.
But actually, though, that you have to explain it one more time. We do this every year, though. But Pinnekjøtt in your part of Norway, which is West Norway, Southwest, I guess if you could call it, but it's like a long country. But
Yeah.
you guys call it ribbe, and
No, you're
what we eat in what I grew up eating, my Norwegian life grew up eating in Norway was ribbe in the Oslo area, which is short rack.
yeah, but
pig.
it's not true for the whole of Western
We call
Norway.
that ribbe
It's true for my family.
for your family.
It's probably true for the area where I grew up.
Yeah.
Så det blir flest av vänner. It's but it is obviously ribs, as you see from what
Yeah,
the
but
meat is shaped
it's
like.
not a pig rib, basically.
No, because you have sheep, you don't have pigs.
Yeah.
We have the svineribbe too, but then we specify we are talking about svineribbe or småribbe.
Svineribbe would be pig rib, and small ribbe would be short ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are much longer. I'm guessing I have the small version in this box.
It looks like there might be 2 pieces in there too, which is kind of fun because the turkey thing only had 1 piece.
If you know the dimension of a sheep, you know about how long their ribs are.
Yeah.
And you cut them up. You usually saw them up, but you have them in pieces. But
No, so anyway, but it's a different part of Norway. So they call that ribbe. I hadn't heard it before. That was something after 22. I've been. What is it? 5 years we've been together. Yeah, 5 Christmases maybe now.
no,
That we've actually been a couple together in
the
visiting your family.
svineribbe, the lammeribbe, the juletorsk, and the kalkun.
Christmas cod, and the turkey, and
Yeah.
what was the other ones you said?
Turkey.
Yeah, but before you said that, juletorsk.
Both of the ribbes,
Both of the ribbes, yeah.
the cod and the turkey.
Oh yeah, so I did get them all. Okay, Christmas cod. What is what's Christmas cod?
For people in inland or for very unmaritime people in the south of Norway,
Yeah.
cod is kind of like luxury food because they don't have boats. So for them, that's something special they eat at Christmas.
Yeah.
For us,
Well, most of Norway is a coast.
for people out by the coast where I'm from, that's what you eat the other 6 days a week.
Yeah. Okay, you're opening your beer now. Again, standard regular beer because we didn't make it to Vinmonopol, which is the one that sells anything over 4.7%. And this one is not ass. I know it looks like ass, but that double A is just like Karl's name, the Ordal. So double A is O, so it's os. So when did you guys start using a circle and stop using a circle over your A's to do that?
I think that I don't know for sure. Because if you look at old written Norwegian, they use the double A instead of the O.
Yeah.
But the O exists. It's just
Turn your glass and you can
old-fashioned Norwegian is basically Danish. And
Yeah.
they also have the O, but I rarely use it too. So I don't know. It goes back a long time.
Well, this is one of the regular breweries around here, so it's not like a microbrewery or a smaller brewery. It's a big one. And you get their Christmas version one. So the
It's
Christmas
not
beer.
exactly around here. It's either Trøndelag or further north, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
wonder if it's Ås, it's right by where I was in Vestby, but that's A with a circle over it. S, not A-S-S.
Yeah.
So I think that's, yeah.
Any ass will do.
Any ass will do. It is not ass, it's Ås, not for children. Sorry, Raymond. No. Okay, but this one has a dark color too for a regular beer. Okay, there's a lot of head on that. Did you shake it up enough before you opened it?
Christmas beer is normally darker than your ordinary Pilsner.
Let me see the can. We have to look at the can. It's all decorated for Christmas. So, did we mention in the last couple of weeks what the tradition is with the Christmas beers? In Norway, you have like every year you have Christmas beers that come out. Like everybody that makes a beer in Norway has to make a Christmas version.
Yeah.
It's like an unwritten rule. But do you know where's the history of this? I don't think we've mentioned it this year. The history of the Christmas beers, but
No, but everybody brews for Christmas.
yeah,
So on a local farm, you will have a special beer.
yeah.
Usually the strongest you can possibly make. That
a
is
dark
your
color.
Christmas beer. And
Yeah.
you don't open it until Christmas, and you try to drink it before Christmas is over.
This is Norway's Norges eldste bryggeri, or Norway's oldest brewery on there. I didn't know that. Okay, juleøl. It's got a little too far away from my head there. Ås juleøl er et nøttebrunt øl med sørtlige og røstet aroma av korn og malt. Ølet har en fyldig smak med moderat sødme og balansert bitterhet. So, Ås, not ass. Ås Christmas beer is a nut brown beer with the sweet and roasted aroma of corn, which is grain, and malt, which is hops. No, I got that wrong. That's hymna. Anyway, the beer has a well-rounded flavor with a moderate sødme. I always want to say bitterness.
Sweetness.
Sweetness and a balanced bitterness. There you go. That's what I was reading if you want to test your Norwegian there. And it's written in bokmål. How do we feel about bokmål, Karl?
Don't like it.
Bokmål is the Norwegian they speak in the majority of Norway, is it not?
Yeah. Something like 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 Norwegians speak bokmål.
And you speak
Or
nynorsk.
more correctly, they write bokmål and then they speak some kind of fucked up dialect.
Yeah, that's true. But your part is nynorsk, which is New Norwegian, which I don't like. I like bokmål.
At least for my part of Norway, you can say with a fair degree of certainty that
you're
that's
gonna
the
red tab.
correct way of speaking,
Yeah.
because it hasn't been changed.
Oh.
Whilst bokmål is Norwegian with more than a little bit of a spoon of Danish.
Okay, I thought it was the other way. Yeah, okay. But maybe that's why I have an easier time understanding Danish than you do. But actually, I worked with Danish for 6 years.
It's called nynorsk to distinguish it from gammelnorsk, not to distinguish it
Old
from
Norwegian.
bokmål.
Yeah.
It's not.
Gammelnorsk is Old Norwegian. I'm just clarifying. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, how do you like your beer?
It's okay. It's not
It
super
doesn't taste
great.
like ass. It tastes like oats.
I think the Hansa I had last week was better.
Really?
But it's small margins.
Yep.
It's not.
And you don't have to slam it, but you do have one more beer. You have the. I gotta read what Samantha wrote. We also have a Ringnes beer, Christmas beer as well, though. So here you can take that and put it down so I don't spill it. Okay, now I'll catch up on chat while we watch you enjoy your beer here with the cat on the lap. Because I have to read it from the thing. Karl is the best microwave cook in all of Gudvangen. Yeah, we might have to keep this up. Annette said she really appreciates that we have this cooking segment on there. And yeah, you should start a Norwegian Viking cooking show microwave edition, obviously, says Annette. We only usually do silly, strange Norwegian food, or this we're doing the microwave version this year though. But we usually only do it in December, late November, around Christmas time is when we start showing him. But so if you go back through all the 300 episodes and focus on ones in November and December, you'll not the first year, I think, but after that you'll start
forgot to buy the turfisk.
No, we didn't buy the turfisk intentionally because the cats will go nuts. Do you want to tell them what turfisk means and what it is?
It's basically dried fish. It's you
just
can buy it in little overpriced touristy snack packs down at Joker, or you can theoretically make it yourself. But the tricky bit is to start drying the fish at exactly the right time. And I'm not sure if you could even pull it off this year.
It's too wet here. Wouldn't it be in Gudvangen?
You don't put it outdoors.
No. Okay, where are you gonna dry it? By the fire? I guess over there in our messy house.
No, it just has to be kind of out of the rain. But the important bit is insects.
Yeah.
The insects has to be dead or gone.
Yep.
You don't want any living insects putting eggs in it while it's drying.
Yeah. But that's usually why they're in some sort of a cloth bag, like a linen bag, or. But you guys, Norway has like a really big addiction to drying shit.
And I've never heard about drying fish in a linen bag.
No, I don't know about that, but that's how you would do the leg. I can take the beer for you with my other hand.
No,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. What was I thinking? No, but you got like the dried land. What, you have a lot of dried food here, maybe, or smoked, or you have a really great way or curing it in salt or whatever. You have a great way of storing food over the winter.
Yeah, no, but every people had that. It's
I
just
did. I'm sorry, Samantha.
the idea of using ice and refrigeration is fairly bloody new,
Yeah.
unless you live in Siberia. It's for everywhere that isn't Arctic. It's not a practical way of doing it before you get freezers and refrigerators.
Yeah. So, Viking Age. When you go on these big long ship trips and stuff like that, do you think some of it would have been how to cure and store or dry and whatever?
A turfisk is exactly the type of food you would bring on a trip like that.
Yeah.
Because you can eat it with no preparation.
Yeah.
You don't have to heat it
You
at
just
all.
eat it like potato chips?
Yeah, you just have it in a bag on your belt, and when you're feeling a little bit peckish, you take out a piece or two and chew on them.
Is that a bit like that leaven bread or the elven bread that it'll keep you full for like 13 hours or whatever it was from Lord of the Rings? Does it work like that? Magical fish?
I am not entirely sure how the mickle bread in Lord of the Rings work.
We might have to have a marathon or something.
No, but I wanted to eat it on YouTube because it drives the cat crazy.
Yeah, I think we've had enough of the cat screaming for a while to enjoy the silence.
It's at least the two male cats are very good at not begging for food or trying to steal your food.
Yeah.
Except if it's turfisk. Then they go all in and will effectively body slam the bag out of your hand because they want it.
I gotta read you some of these comments. This is okay. We're gonna go into a little bit into book bowl, into the beer, and into the food again. Yep, Garcia's here. We are actually a little bit earlier this time, but that's because I worked from home today. We're updating our cash register system. We're going finally into the millennium, and we're going with a scan code system. So I have to create a database, which is taking a lot of time, but I can do a lot of it from home. So technically, I'm supposed to be on vacation, but I'm doing a little desk work here and there anyway. So, but because I was working from home today, we were able to start a little bit earlier. So yeah. Anyway, we'll sit here for forever anyway. You know it. Pruda says mutton is unequivocally the best meat there is. It's impossible to find in Poland, and I'm distraught. Mutton. I don't think I've had that in a long time. I have to look that one up again.
Isn't it straight up lamb's meat?
I can't remember. I don't know. I know venison is deer, but maybe maybe. And I'm just thinking something. I'm thinking of meatloaf. That's not the same. Rudisby says Christmas ass beer. Hee hee. It should have Santa's rear on it, especially when you look on the back side of the can. Why isn't Santa's ass on there? It would be funny. Damn, that beer looks nice. A nice colored damn, that looks a nice colored beer. I'm working on my Scottish. Robert says, by the way, yeah, no, I like the color of your beer. I gotta say, back when I could drink beer, the darker the better, in my opinion. But that is a really nice color. But I've noticed most of your Christmas beers lately have you can even see it glowing on your finger there. It's like a reddish hue.
Yeah, no, that is typical for Christmas.
Yeah,
beer.
I didn't realize. Samantha says, all I know is bookmall, and Robert says the same. And with you, yeah, now bookmall is more widely used, I think, but they do have different dialect accents, as you were going to say, or little twists on it.
It is, but then you have to kind of you have to do some compromises to make that work.
Yeah.
So, for instance, the people in Bergen, their dialect is kind of unique, but they classify it as bokmål. And I wouldn't say it is.
We knew we were going to get yelled at for starting early. They got so used to us starting late. Yeah, we'll still be around, PJ. PJ just said, you started early. I'm just here for a few minutes. I got a lot of packing to do. And get back bookmall for Garcia, too. Okay, wait, and then we'll go. There's a bit more here. I have to go back up again. There was some fun comments in here. I think we can all agree, said Rodisby, that it's really unnecessary to have two ways of spelling things, no matter which one you prefer. And Annetta said, Karin, did you really ask Karl if his beer tastes like ass? Roll on the floor, laughing my ass off.
Well,
yes, I did. And then they explain about the ass and the os.
Take, for instance, the word not.
Not as in K-N-O-T?
No, as
or
in...
not N-O-T?
I have not murdered anybody today.
You have not murdered anyone today. That's a good sign in this season.
The word not in bokmål is ikke,
Ikke. Yeah.
and in nynorsk it's ikke.
Ikke.
So obviously you have to spell it differently.
And how do you spell ikke?
I-K-K.
I-K-K-E, yeah. The Norwegians will often pronounce I as E because that's how you say I in Norwegian. But yeah, I-K-K-E is ikke. And how do you spell it in nynorsk? Ikke. Ikke, ikke, or ikke, yeah. I-K-K-J-E. Yeah. But there's also itte, I-T-T-E. This is not nynorsk, these are dialects. And
Those are dialects. So
and then there's ikke, which is spelt the same as ikke. I-K-K-J-E, but they say ikke. And then, so yeah, ikke, ikke, itte.
Yeah.
Ikke, and I, sometimes I. E-I.
And just simple word like that. Then you have the word I.
Yeah, which is
Jeg
jeg.
in bokmål,
Yeah.
and egg in nynorsk.
Yeah.
So obviously you end up with different spellings. It's kind of
And some
impossible
pronunciations, they don't even include the G. They just say They pronounce it E-G, but say
And then you have they're kind of working towards kind of uniting the languages by making the bokmål word acceptable in correct nynorsk, and the nynorsk word acceptable in correct bokmål. But nobody bloody does that. So take for instance the word love.
Yeah.
In bokmål it's kjærlighet.
Kjærlighet with a ch.
And in nynorsk, most of the time they will use the same word.
Yeah.
But there is an actual correct nynorsk word that nobody uses
I was
anymore.
going to say bokmål we'd say kjærlighet, but it's spelled the same.
That would be hugleik.
Hugleik.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen that in...
you don't find anybody under the age of 80 that actually uses that word.
No, I think
but it is the correct nynorsk word for it.
I was going to say, I would see that around here maybe, where the nynorsk gets a bit more sung.
In spoken Norwegian, I don't think you will see it at all.
Okay, I got more to read.
You would have to get love stories from people in the senior citizens' home.
Hugleiker do my? I'm trying to ask him, completely messing up with his language. I love it. Mutton is sheep. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Okay, going back up. Tina says, hi Tina, by the way. If you're feeling a little bit peckish, I love it with the Norwegian accent. Oh yeah. And Karl's got like a Dracula version of the Norwegian accent too. You've got like a really weird one. You know, most of the Norwegians, they talk a little bit like Jens Stoltenberg, who sometimes when he wants to say the number 2, he says 2. But you have a really different dialect compared to Norwegians, I noticed.
Yeah, most people can't place my accent.
They like to think you're from, when they find out in Viking Valley, we've got a lot of, where we work, we have a lot of different people from all over the world, different dialects, etc. And they try to figure out where the hell you're from. And they're like, oh, but I'm from here.
When they're guessing, Scottish and Irish come up most often.
Yeah.
But they're guessing on fucking everything.
What do you think, Robert? Is that an insult that they might think he's Scottish? Robert is from Scotland. So he says things like we, as in like size. It's just a wee.
I think it is maybe a compliment to Mal.
Mal is Scottish, yeah.
Yeah. And
one of our previous guides. Mal Dixon.
When we started out, it was just me and him guiding.
Yep.
So what I heard of English that didn't come out of my own mouth generally came out of his mouth at max volume. So
suppose you're all wondering here why. I remember his tours. Let's see. I'm catching up a little bit. The question would be if he would recognize that taste. Referring to if your beard tastes like ass. And they said the question would be whether you would recognize that taste. It was what PJ said. Would you recognize it if it... No, he would not. I don't know. That depends where the cats are sleeping. I usually shove them to your side of the bed at night. That's cute. I like that one. Where am I from? I'll turn it around again here just a second. We'll put it back. We don't need to be in. We can be in mirror mode again. I'm from Duluth, Minnesota. I'm like dying of heat in here, by the way. It's too hot in Norway. No, I'm from Duluth, Minnesota originally, which is why I have a clipped dialect. I don't know if the Norwegian did anything to it or not. I don't think so. But
when we went to America
United States,
last year,
yeah.
your dialect changed a little bit. As soon as you got into Minnesota, you started to be
More clipped.
more heavily Minnesotan.
Yes, from the northern. But I was really disappointed.
Because particularly when we were walking past the guy who was maintaining the fountain thing, you remember?
Oh yeah. Well, that was funny.
As soon as you start talking to him, it's like you're both extras in Fargo.
That's true. Actually, I think Karl said that out after when. What was he? We were talking about how he was dismantling the fountain. This is in October. For the winter season, so it doesn't freeze over. Yeah, no, it's getting a bit cold. Yeah, no, we gotta definitely dismantle this.
Yeah.
It'll start cracking, you know.
I have to take it down because we can't have water in the pipes when it freezes.
No, you don't want
you know.
No, you don't
And
want
then
water.
she goes, for sure.
For sure. I did. Oh my God, when you forget that you have a Minnesotanism. And there's this guy on YouTube, these little Facebook reels or YouTube reels, and I don't know where the hell he's from. I think sometimes he has a jersey on his back that says Manitowoc, which is in Wisconsin, so I don't get it. But I could have swore for most of what the guy says is from Minnesota, but he does these like Midwesternisms, and I've been sending him to Karl lately so he can recognize. But there was one that I do that I didn't even realize that I did. Every time in the summer when I have to go from the office area through the store to get to the village. And every time I have to try to get through there's a million people in the store. And I'm like, oh, excuse me, just going to sneak right past you there. Oh, just going to sneak right past you there. And I did not realize that was a Minnesota thing, or at least a Midwest thing, until I saw it on this guy's video. I'm like, no way. And then we were watching how did you say that movie yesterday? The series Pennervent or whatever. It was this.
I was just paying attention with half an eye.
Yeah, it's the Wayne's World guy. What the heck is his name? Mike Myers does the show where he apparently plays all the characters, and you've got Jeremy Irons who's narrating, and then anyway, but he starts out as this guy from Canada. Some TV reporter from Canada, and they're doing all these Canadisms, and it continues on for the rest of the series. But yeah, there was some interesting things there too that sounded familiar, like sorry. Sometimes I say sorry, sometimes I say sorry, or the no, and sometimes it's no. But yeah, no, so that's where I'm from. But I haven't lived in the United States for about 28 years now.
Damn, Canadians.
But I grew up there, 25 years in the United States, so I'm 53.
The Canadians has this really good international reputation for being extremely nice.
Extremely nice.
And that's pretty amazing, considering that the Geneva Convention is mostly written to get the Canadians to start behaving in war.
I did not.
They, particularly in the First World War, but also in the Second, they were completely nuts.
Are they not playing nicely?
Everything that wasn't strictly speaking illegal, they would do. Like one little trick, throw a lot of canned food into a German trench.
Yeah.
Then do the same thing the next day at the same time. Then you do the next day, do the same thing at the next day at the same time.
Yeah.
And when the Germans have been gotten used to it, that they are just throwing food into this trench at this time, you throw hand grenades.
That's not very nice.
No, they're not.
I had to catch some more up here on the chat. I have to roll it up so I can see. Oops, sorry. No, there was a lot of little things that are showing up on this thing. Oh yeah, there was another one, Midwest communication. If to say yes, if they say yes, they say, no, yeah, but, which I do that too. Yeah, no, yeah, but means yes. And then if you want to say no, it's yeah, no. And then there's the maybe, yeah, no. But I do that a lot too. It was kind of funny that I don't know why I do that, but I noticed at some point in my life that every time I agree with something, I say, no, yeah. So you start out negatively agreeing, and then yeah, no.
Particularly in Trøndelag.
Yeah.
And this drives me bonkers when you're dealing with the people.
Yep.
they have this non-committal answer where they are basically going, I'm not taking a stand on this. So if you ask them a question and they would go, ja, nej, det.
Which means, yeah, no, that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that. Meaning,
Maybe that's where we get it from.
okay, are you going to do this or are you not going to do this? I need a clear answer and I need it now.
That must be, well, we got a lot of Norwegians and Swedes and Finlanders in Minnesota, though, but maybe that's where we get it from.
And also another kind of funny thing, it's a parallel. Jan Eide is a completely normal Norwegian name down here.
Jan spelled Jan and then Eide is Eide.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you say Jan Eide...
Oh, no! Okay, I gotta get some ketchup.
Do you have any Trønders watching right now?
Probably. Lisa, no.
If there are any, please explain. When somebody says, ja, nei, det, and I'm from Trøndelag, should I take it as a yes or as a no?
You need to, I'm going to catch up a little bit. Yeah, you need to go make the Pinnekjøtt. Your microwave skills are at best. Remember that is, yeah, it was thawed before anyway. We put it in the freezer, so it might look a little sweatier than it's supposed to, but it doesn't matter.
You look a little bit sweatier than you're supposed to.
It's hot in here. Somebody lit a fire so the cats would be quiet. But so far it's worked. They're all passed out somewhere. There's one over there, one over there, one over.
Very silly.
There's a little ear sticking out of that bag over there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well spotted. He was got very well hidden.
Well, yeah, but if you're sitting over on that side of the room, you see it a little bit better. I know there's a lot of. I was actually saying, as I was saying earlier, when we went back to United States a little bit over a year ago, we started out the first 4 days in St. Paul, and I was. It's like it could be good.
It's going to be good, but...
No, the first 5 days or so, we were in St. Paul, Minneapolis, which is the Twin Cities or the metro area. But it's about 3 hours south of Duluth. And I was thinking, holy crap, I don't know, maybe my dialect is more clipped from being in Norway, but I don't think so. For so long, I don't think it's really that affected. If anything, I would think it was flatter. But then... but maybe it's a melting pot. There's a lot more people from different cultures living in Minneapolis compared to the north part of Minnesota. And then when, as soon as we got up to Duluth, oh yeah, no, we go to a restaurant in Duluth, and as soon as we're there, there's, yeah, would you like some tater tots on that? Like, we got you. Like, oh, okay. Anyway, do you want a pasty? Anyway, but all of a sudden I realized, yep, nope. There's my dialect. I feel at home now. It's not just me. It's them. But then, yeah, I could hear it after a while that my dialect was going whoop right back up there. So I thought that was kind of funny. Sandy's here. Yep, you're right in the middle, but we'll probably be a bit extra. We started at 6:30 today to try to get back on track a little bit from 7 o'clock, since some people, 7 o'clock was getting a bit too late for them. But nope, we're right in the middle. I think we've only been on for 40 minutes, and we'll probably sit for 2 hours today. Okay, I'm gonna. I look like I'm doing this on my phone so I can see the. Let's see. Oh, it's in the dishwasher. I decided it needed to be washed. Just open it up. It doesn't go around and around in the microwave because I cleaned it. See, sometimes you gotta clean. There was some red gunk in there. I don't know what you murdered in the microwave last time, but it needed to be cleaned. So hopefully there's no red gunk on it. I didn't realize it was still in the dishwasher, though. It's a good well spotted, Karl, that you didn't try to use the microwave with the out the plate on the bottom, the rotating plate. Okay, catching up here. Let's see. A Dracula version of a Norwegian accent, says Annette. Yeah, I think so too. He's got that Dracula vibe. He's kind of creepy. And can you imagine Norwegian Count Dracula on Sesame Street? 2! 2. That's how you say the number 2. I don't know. Listen to Jens Stoltenberg. He used to be the prime minister. And then he was in NATO. And anyway, but listen to him speak Norwegian. That is the typical Norwegian dialect of Norwegian speaking English. So Karl's something of a different world. Pruda says, that's like my English no matter where I am. People think I'm foreign. It turns out that living in so many different places has given me what they call an international school accent. Because Pruda's originally New Zealand, but she's been everywhere, yeah. You've lived in Russia for a while, and now you're in Poland anyway. But when I hear hers, I almost think Australia, but it's a little different. What you looking for? These? Oh, the instruction. You didn't read the instructions before you threw it in the microwave.
Yeah, and it's thawed. So
it's Todd. It's thawed. Hi, Carla. Yeah, she's been a little bit whinier today. Originally South Africa. Yeah. Do you microwave shields in Norway? Do you not have microwave shields in Norway? What the hell is a microwave shield? Probably not. I don't know what a microwave shield is. I mean, it has a door. There's a door on it, so we don't radiate and die. Do you remember back in the 80s, we all thought we were going to get cancer from the microwaves? Maybe we did. Let's see. Yep, and I see Sandy's here. Let's see. There we go. There's the one. Peachy says, I was once told by a South African that my accent sounded Australian. It's not, it's actually a mixture of Norfolk, Nottinghamshire, Brighton, or you say Brighton, yeah, and BBC. I like the Canadians. Nice trick. This is Amaro. Amaro's from Belgium, by the way. There's the joining at the beginning. You can see I'm using the bifocal portion of my glasses. Red Eastby says, my hot take is that the reason why Canadians with a K, I like that, have a reputation for being nice is because it's just Americans comparing the Canadians to Americans. Laugh aloud. Oh, you're absolutely correct there. But if you want to see United States versus Canadian bashing, watch that show with Mike Myers. It was on Netflix yesterday. We watched the whole thing. It was worth watching. I don't know if it was the best thing I saw, but it was funny. If you're from my part of the world and you have this dialect, it's actually really funny. It's kind of was like watching Fargo, but Fargo was only the best for the first. I think every other season is good on Fargo. But we do say, yeah. Carla heard the microwave open up and woke up her place to place her order. Laugh out loud. Yeah, probably. Sandy says, I microwave biscuits in a metal pan when they were brand new. And when I was a teen, and luckily it didn't burn down the house. You know what the coolest thing to put in the microwave was when I was a teenager? Marshmallows. You start watching them a little bit closely, or after the first time you try to watch. It was one, you'd see this little teeny tiny marshmallow and be like, and then they tell you you're supposed to do that intentionally now to make marshmallow fluff so you can make Rice Krispie bars. Arlene is here. Welcome from blizzardy Selkirk. Day 3, temperature as low as minus 37. She's not kidding. She's colder than Duluth, but she's in Canada. Selkirk is, wow, minus 37 in Selkirk, Karl. What? It's minus 37 in Selkirk, where she's got Duluth beat. I think they were only minus 27 or something earlier this week, and I don't know what in the hell's going on here. It's raining. The waterfalls aren't even frozen. Something's wrong this season, so.
Are you on Fahrenheit or centigrade?
Probably Fahrenheit, but minus 40 Fahrenheit is minus 40 Celsius, if that makes you feel any better. Ask me how I know, because we hit minus 40 every year where I come from. If they have any Kea in Norway, they have shields. Okay, now I gotta find out. Have you heard? No, you haven't heard of microwave shields? Okay, well we do have a. Oh, is that like one of those plastic things, like if you have a cake and one of those little things and you have like a glass thing that you put on it? I think my mom has one of those. I was wondering why in the hell she had Tupperware in the microwave. I think it is you put it so it doesn't blow up all over the place. We usually just put a lid on it, but you don't seal it. I'm learning things. 53-year-olds, what the fuck is a microwave shield? Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Sandy says, I tried nuking marshmallows. I tried nuking marshmallows for Rice Krispie treats once, but ended up with a stinky brick. I think we were using razor blades to try to scrape the marshmallow off the microwave that year. But yeah, the shield, it keeps my microwave so much cleaner, she says. But that's probably what it is that my mom had. I took it out of the microwave to nuke my food, but I used like saran wrap on top of it, which is plastic wrap, I think. It's a plastic bowl with a hole. It's got a hole in it. So the steam. Okay, I'm learning. We're going to go look at IKEA for it. But since he's cooking his magical, wonderful thing, I should bring out my needle binding. I'm going to put this down because you really don't need two microphones. I finished my little pouch that I was making. But this one is that Karbenning stitch, the stitch of the month. And it is so dense that I actually did make little holes. You can see, maybe if I get a needle to put through. I did make little holes for the thread. There's one there. It's this is where I chained 2 and then skipped 2 and then I connected it to the next one and kept on going. And I did this an even amount of times so that, well, I'm doing the square fold on this thing, so it's so 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then 4 more, but even out so that I can close it like that. But it's a very solid pouch. I'm kind of curious to see how much it will stretch, because most of the time the Nalbinding pouches get longer, but this one is really dense. Then I have some scrap leather here, so we'll put a cord on it. But yeah, a lot of the Nalbinding stitches, if it was Oslo, you could just poke a hole right through it. It's no problem. So, for example, as long as you're not tensioning it too tightly, then you won't actually even need to make a hole for a cord, but in this one you can. So there we go. And then the other way. Why are you scratching my butt? She's sitting back there licking, but there's nothing her claws don't touch that don't dig in. They're like hooks. I missed one? I feel like I missed one. Oh, yeah, no, it's there in the beginning. Okay. And, oh, there for now. There we go. We have to force it to go this way. There. Then I have to cut it. Somewhere I have a scissors. So my kids are coming in a couple of days. Right now they're celebrating with their bestefar, which means their best grandfather. Usually the bestefar, or a looser word for grandfather, but it can be often the father's father. But they also, in Norwegian, they have farfar, which means father's father, and morfar, which is father's, or mother's father. And the same with grandmother. They have farmor and mormor. If you want to denote specifically which grandparent it is. Ta-da! What?
We don't have anything that could pass for akevit.
I don't know. I usually don't buy akevit because that stuff is nasty strong.
I don't think so. It's not that long since I checked the baskets. So.
No, I don't think we do. But we can pick up some. I'm actually allergic to akevit. I've tried to drink that stuff. I don't know if you know what it is, but you use it as like a palate cleanser with your ribba, whether you're having the Pinnekjøtt or if you're having the svineribba, the pig one, because it can be really fatty, especially the pig one. So you, it's kind of like the pickled ginger of sushi. Anyway, you take a little akevit to rinse your palate, and it cuts the fat. But I tried first time I had it. They said no, when you have it, you shouldn't have it with wine. You either have the akevit with wine. If you're gonna have it with something else, have it with beer. Okay. So the next time I have akevit, I have 1 beer with and 1 akevit. Still got sick. So then I thought the next time I'm just gonna have akevit, nothing else. The 1 akevit, and I still got sick. So it turns out I think I'm allergic to it, but there is such a thing as there's an ingredient in there that some people do react to. So now I don't have aquavit anymore, but he does. I could just have vodka. Anyway, there's my pouch. So I started a new one, which I should show. I'm using these more of these embroidery wools because it's good for this. But this is the next one that started. It's somewhat bright because the color of the month is bright color combination. And then I will fasten on a new one, and I'll show you a little bit about it. Is vodka's my go-to, says Sandy. See, she's on my team. Okay.
Can you give me some table space?
Yeah, I have to put your computer on the floor here. There you go. Okay. You can sit down and hold that up, because it'll show better. Oh, there's some lumpa in there if you want. I mean, not lumpa, but tortillas if you want to have a bread type thing with this. I didn't think about that. I noticed he found the butter. Brelet. This is actually not butter. What the hell is this? It's a butter, but I think it's more margarine.
Yeah, it's margarine. It's plant-based, not...
Plant-based, yeah.
No actual cows were milked to make
No,
this product.
it has the little green keyhole symbol, which means healthy. And of course, we bought it because it's going out of date, because that's what we do in my house. No, when you live in a small area like Gudvangen, the groceries are really expensive. So you kind of want to buy things when they're... Okay, sit back and hold up the plate.
I'm trying to make a correct table setting for my family at least.
Okay.
So then I have to open the Ringnes in
Yep.
addition to the...
You have to have the beer. Yeah, now we're having the Ringnes Christmas beer.
I'm using the wrong kind of
Cat
liquor. We don't have akevit, so I'm using rum instead.
Hold it, I can't see it. You just, yeah, you're off screen. There you go. What kind of rum did you, is that Bacardi?
It's Bacardi.
Okay, interesting choice.
It was either that or go through the our very hidden stash.
Our very hidden stash, yeah, because kids are coming. Not that they're untrustworthy, but you know, you don't need to leave it out for them anyway, so. We have a pretty good sized stash of liquor cabinet kind of items because that's the one thing I can drink. More head! Okay, the cat has to go.
The two things that are kind of wrong with this,
yeah, you
according
have to show it.
to
Pick it up and show it. And there we go.
according to how my family would do it,
Yes, this is your Pinnekjøtt.
is that you have to have meierismør, which basically means actual butter.
Real butter. Yeah, we used all that. Though. Okay, that was the microwave.
And you need to have akevit and beer. So you eat, you drink your akevit, you kind of flush it down with beer.
Yeah.
Then you eat some more, drink your akevit, and flush it down with beer.
He really wants this food. You launch him, please.
He's a good boy. He doesn't really, he isn't really begging.
So in there is a Vassakorv, which you can't really see. There, if you hold it like that, I can show it down a little bit better.
The Vassakorv is considered an optional extra by my family standards.
Yeah, and why does it look like there was way too much moisture in the bag?
Because there was too much moisture in the bag.
It's called she.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, but she
And this shouldn't normally go on your plate.
It's not a sauce, but I thought you did.
Hmm?
I thought you mixed in the she. It's not sauce, but it's jus.
You have ribbefett,
which is
the fat of the ribs.
Yeah.
That is often in an extra. You have it in like oh, what's the name of that thing? Sausenebb, you call it in Norwegian.
Ursa.
No, it's a bowl with like a spigot on it that you put on the table to kind of.
It's a sauce. There might be a specific name for it that I can't think of it, but yeah, it's like it's not a gravy boat. Well, I mean, it's a gravy boat.
Yeah, and you can use that to kind of add to your potatoes.
Except for the gravy boat is stuck to a plate.
This is probably sacrilege in Karin's book because she's a sectional eater that will eat one thing at a time.
Absolutely.
But normally you would mash the potatoes and then add the butter.
Yeah, you have to do over here. We can't see it there. But you can put this on the couch if you need. So I can't.
You want me to mash potatoes and add butter just in...
No, I know. We'll watch you eat this thing. But the thing is, if you have it over there, I can't see it. The thing doesn't reach. So, all right. Look at that. Some of us have learned to put a towel on the couch before. Okay.
There isn't really anything magical to eating this.
There's got to be something magical to eating this. There we go. I thought for sure the keyhole meant that it was more environmentally friendly and not more healthy. Laugh out loud. You learn something new every day. Isn't it supposed to be more like natural or ecologisk? What is the
Yeah,
ecologisk?
environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly. Okay. Then I'm okay. I'm aware. Well, is it not? So it's not healthy. You can be environmentally unfriendly, or
Yeah.
environmentally friendly and extremely fattening.
If you manage to make cocaine in an environmentally friendly way, it would get the keyhole symbol
If
on
you
it.
get my YouTube shut down again, I'll have to hurt you. All right, so Karl's going to be eating this one. I got to have the last one.
I don't think there is any secrets to
That's
how
a lot of
cocaine
butter.
is made.
See you, Aunt. By the way, Maria Lynn Hale's Christmas calendar is up. The Master of Nalbinding, or the Nalbinding Christmas calendar. And Anne Moreau's been doing a lot of translating of that into other languages. That's a lot of butter. Looks great, Karl, says Annette. And Nikki's here. She says it's rainy and cold in New Zealand. That's pretty much what it is today. This is a Pinnekjøtt. What do you think? Is it good? You're not supposed to eat your hair. Just so you know, I'm having macaroni and cheese after this. I think I win. Environmentally friendly cocaine. You made Annetta's day. It looks delicious. Well, it's microwaveable, so how bad could it? Is it better than plain food?
Better than what?
Better than plain food?
Plain food.
Airplane.
Yeah, of course it is.
So,
But airplane food almost tastes like they made it bad on purpose.
okay. Rudisby says, so when is Karl going to be on MasterChef? I bet you thought he only knew how to guide Vikings. He didn't. Butter is very yum. Yes, it is. It is good. We should have probably had some bread for you. I didn't think about that. Don't confuse your gravy boat with what the hell? How do you pronounce that, Pruda? Bourdaloo? It sounds like sounds like a Moulin Rouge type.
Have you heard the story behind the Norwegian akevitt, by the way?
No.
No, I'm using rum instead.
Yeah, you're going to be puking tonight. That's 2 beers and a rum. Not to mention you accidentally put rum in your coffee this morning. But are you having a good vacation, Karl?
Accidentally?
Jeez. You're just supposed to be well, I guess if I was going to turn him into a Saturday alcoholic, he's definitely milking that one today.
No, the thing with akevitt is that
It's because it's Christmas. People have to get somewhere, but we're up for a while longer, Nikki. No worries.
it's the traditional Norwegian liquor. And back in the, I believe it was in the 1700s,
Yep.
some Norwegians make a lot of spirits with herb taste.
Yeah.
And I tried to sell it, and nobody wants it. It tastes absolutely horrible. And I've invested a lot of money in making all this. So they decide that, okay, if we can't sell it, we should ship it to Africa, because those guys will drink anything.
Is that true, Bruda?
So they send it, they put it on a boat. Back then it was a sailing ship, and send it to Africa. And the Africans are going, what the hell is this shit? We are not interested. So they have to take it back. But when it comes back, it has been stored for the correct amount of time. It has been in different temperatures. So now it's absolutely fabulous, and everybody in Norway wants it. So that's when you buy a bottle of akevitt, it is usually, we call it linje-akevitt. The line is the equator. It means this akevitt has crossed the equator this and that many times.
Oh, okay.
Because you store it in a ship with different temperatures.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is just hooey, but it should have crossed the equator at least twice before you drink it. So on the way to Africa and on the way back.
I thought it was kind of funny because I took my kids to a little aquarium in Durabak, which is one of those things where you just kind of throw a little money in the box and let yourself in and walk around and you're good. It's just a tiny thing. So you're in this tiny little aquarium featuring some things that you can find in the ocean. And one of the things they decide to feature is akevitt. Next to the fish that you make lutefisk with. Steinbeet or whatever. There's a big one though. Too. Why would they feature akvavit in an aquarium? You know, teach my kids all about the aquatic lifestyle and how to make akvavit.
This was in Drøbak.
This is in Drøbak, yeah.
They're famous for akvavit, so it's probably that's probably
maybe
why.
that. Drøbak, if you're wondering, is spelled D-R and then O with a line through it, so B-A-K.
I think they were the ones who did the Africa experiment.
Oh, really?
But
they also have a julehuset there, which is a
another
really nice
thing
Christmas
that
house.
is kind of wrong, but all this fat should be mixed into this.
That I was wondering about, because I think you have that fat there intentionally. It's not normally that liquidy when you make your...
No, but remember you steam them. So when you pick them up, you don't have any of the fat with them, except for what's actually in them. The fat goes back into the pot.
Okay. So now when you microwave food with a bone on it, did it turn the bone to Jell-O?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, why would it?
I have no idea. It looks a little Jell-O-y.
Do you know how a microwave works? How it heats things?
I didn't know about a shield. Oh, look.
This one will actually actively steal food.
She will. She sticks out a paw with some really long claws. Why are you letting her get that far? Relocatable cat. Okay. Okay, now there was PJ had a comment in here, by the way. Well, actually, a comment that came from via PJ. Oh, is it Kraft mac and cheese? Says Nikki. No, I wish, but Kraft, you have to go to the border, I think, to be in an American section of the really huge grocery store there to get that. So here in Norway, you can get something called Bella Rosa or Mississippi Belle, I think it is. Mississippi Belle, which I have no idea where the hell that comes from, but it's good enough anyway. But you always have to add a handful of real cheese to it.
You want to try some? I brought an extra fork.
I'll have some of the Vassakorv, I think. You can have the salty shirt.
I consider the Vassakorv to be an optional extra. Yeah. It's not something that would be on my dinner plate at Christmas.
Now, PJ said she had to go. My bags had been delivered, so I can finish packing now. Catch you next week. Happy Christmas, and give Karl some mustard for that meat. English mustard, though, not American mustard. And this sparked a debate, by the way. Way to go, PJ. But I've heard this one before, too. Sandy says, I wasn't aware that English and American mustard are different. I'm intrigued. And this, let's see, it keeps on going. Aneta says, by the way, at least we told ourselves that we were doing environmentally friendly mushrooms, and we do. No bags, says PJ. False alarm, English mustard blows the top of your head off. American mustard tastes sweet. We actually, in the United States, you'll find a whole bunch of different kind of mustard that you can get, but there's even one that's labeled specifically American mustard and one that's labeled French mustard. And then you have Dijon. There's all kinds of different kinds. There says Garcia, Dijon mustard is the best. It's what everybody says. I hate it all. So I wouldn't eat it.
If anybody knows, which category would the Norwegian version go into?
What did you say? Say one more time.
Like Idun, Sennep, the mustard you buy in Norwegian stores.
I don't know because I don't like mustard. But you have the grov mustard, which is grainy. What do you call it? Like.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's not smooth anyway. Yeah, it'd be like chunky peanut butter version of a mustard version of chunky peanut butter. Anyway, but yeah, it's got little so you can see the seeds and such in it. Annette says, love Dijon mustard, Garcia. I have been mixing it into aioli sauce lately for my salmon. They're messing it all up. Oh, I will have one in a minute. We'll catch up. He forked me. No, you can have the meat. I'll just stick with the. I'm gonna have macaroni and cheese afterwards. We got a whole bunch of it left over. So, let's see. There was some more about this. PJ said the brands of mustards you want is Coleman's. That's the best. We do have Coleman's in the United States, but it's not called Coleman's American. It just comes in a jar instead of a squirt tube. Do you have horseradish in Norway? I love horseradish, says Annetta. Absolutely don't like horseradish either, but I think that's surkål. What? No, yes, surkål. What is sour cabbage, and it comes in. What is that?
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. Sorry, no, not sauerkraut. Okay, no, there's another one. Horseradish is made with radishes, actually. Rediker.
I don't know what it is, so I can't really say.
Well, it's rediker, but radishes. What do? You like pickle it or I'm not sure. It's like, it looks like surcoal, but it's not. That's sauerkraut. What's the difference between sauerkraut and horseradish? I don't like either one.
We used to grow radishes in the garden back home when I was a kid.
Oops, I killed
And I used to pick them from the garden and eat them. But I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know of any other uses for them.
The skin is squirting all over the place. I need 2 hands for this. Of the sausage I tried to bite into, the Wasserkorb. Radisby says, American mustard looks like something Teletubbies would eat. Laugh out loud, neon yellow and completely smooth. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Actually, he's not wrong. I do remember it was just, but I just don't like mustard. Somebody had put it on ham, though, on a glazed ham or something, a little bit of it, and I actually managed to not hate it. Or, actually, no, I found out that mustard, but I think this has to be Dijon mustard. I actually liked that on gravlax, which we didn't get this year, which is the salmon that you bury. The buried salmon. It's another Christmas treat. Okay, let's see if we got an answer to the... oh, no, English mustard looks the same, says PJ Lightning, but it tastes like you were punched in the nose. This does not sound like anything for me. I'm boring.
I don't know if it even is mustard. But I was on a class trip to Estonia back in 2004, I think.
Yeah.
And I had some yellow stuff on the table, no matter what you're eating.
Yeah.
And it kind of tastes like somewhere between mayonnaise and mustard.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise and mustard.
Mayonnaise. You could just say mayo. But it's unfortunately Holger, the German guide that comes in the summer, he taught us all to say mayonnaise, so we can't say mayonnaise properly anymore. By the way, okay, here we got it. Sauerkraut, says Nikki, is German fermented cabbage. Horseradish is a root plant.
Yep. I'm not sure. I mean, fermented, it's strictly speaking probably is. We have the same thing in Norway. We call it surkål.
Yeah, surkål is sauerkraut. That's sour cabbage, yeah.
It's chopped into pieces and then stored in vinegar, I believe. But I'm not an expert here.
The Polish part of my family made that too. It's just like, okay, so you've got this like fatty juice stuff that's just dripping down my
I think pickled is a better way to say it than fermented.
Pickled would be working, yeah. Let's see. What are you actually eating on Thursday as well, Christmas? That one we have an invitation. The Gudvangen is very small anyway, and there's a lot of people here that, not a lot of people, there's very few of us, but of the ones that of us are remaining, a lot of us that are remaining are from a different country, and either aren't traveling at home because we got to work for Christmas or whatever. So they are they're having a big Christmas dinner, but I think it'll be representations from every country. But there will, of course, be ribbe, svineribbe, which the pig rib, and then there will be the pinnekjøtt. There will be turkey, probably ham, maybe a roast. But they will have some other stuff too, because they have people representing from Lithuania, Poland, Latvia, Germany, Romania. So they will have some of their own traditional things made as well. But the Gudvangen Fjordtel, my boss, her family owns that restaurant anyway, and they will make a dinner for everybody. This is my sausage, by the way. Wasserkorb. What is specific about a Wasserkorb, Voss hot dog versus a regular hot dog sausage?
I might be wrong about this. There might be something special about them. But I think it is like when you make bubbly wine in the Champagne district, it's champagne. And if you make it anywhere else, it's bubbly wine.
I had to take my microwave off. I had to take my microwave off. My microphone off because I'm munching my food and the bite I took was way too big. That was good though. I mean, it was pretty good actually. It tastes pretty much normal. So I don't know if the microwave changed anything on that one. But we are stuck indoors for a couple more months yet before we can go outside, as far as with YouTube anyway, because it's too dark. Maybe we should continue our microwave exploration because we have a lot more microwave dishes available around the world here. We have tikka masala, There's the meatball one that you thought tasted like glue. There's the and then, fish. There's one with fish. There's some with pasta. We don't have all the varieties here. That doesn't make it to Gudvangen.
The only thing I have
we're going to Bergen. We can pick up some.
The only thing I have a problem with here is the kohlrabi stopper.
The
This
orange
stuff. It should be. I don't know exactly what this tastes like. I've just taken kohlrabi, what's turnip?
Turnip, yeah.
And then squished it.
They did.
You have to do more to it. There should be.
What do you have to do to it? Add milk?
Add the ribbe fat first of all.
Yeah.
And then maybe cream or something.
Oh yeah.
Because it tastes different, the homemade one.
But you can do that with mashed potatoes too. One of the things, you can mix it with sour cream, or you could mix it with creme fraiche, whatever, or even, instead of milk you could use cream. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Annetta says, please keep up the microwave journey. Well, we should probably be able to we can probably keep it up until about February at least.
It's not like they have that wide assortment of...
we do have one more, so it'll be after Christmas. It'll be the 27th, and we had one more box that we got every time they... Actually, I think we paid full price for these ones. It's not even the half-price one. But we have the Christmas... It's called juletallerken, or the Christmas plate. That one we'll have next week, the microwave one. And then I think we're out of the Christmas microwavable foods. Unless we go to porridge, of course. You have grøt, which is more of a dessert type thing. Can I ask about the Catan thing in the bookcase? Is that a game? Yeah, there we go. Catan, I can zoom in. Actually, I think you can see it quite well. Karl can explain that game.
I can't actually, because I'm probably the only one in this house who haven't played it.
No, it's still got the plastic on, but I thought we got two of those on one. You got that from your sister, but we played it at, you weren't there that night. My kids and I played it in Gudvangen with Jan Jablonski, a Polish guy who makes Viking boats, works up in Lofoten. And they're like hexagon-shaped pieces and on each side and each edge there's some resources. It might be land, it might be water, it might be farm or city, and you have to try to. Sorry, I have to burp. Good sausage. Just keep tasting it. Anyway, no, you have to match up the pieces and roll dice and whatever. It got more confusing than I paid attention to, but it's also been about, which is, Karl is laughing at me because he knows all too well what that looks like. But no, we should try to play that again. My kids really liked it, so your sister's got us one, and then we had gotten one from somewhere else anyway, and ended up with two of them. But you can, there's a bunch of different expansions to that.
I can explain everything on that shelf except that thing.
Oh,
so
the Call of Cthulhu, the Warhammer, the Dungeons and Dragons, the Aliens games. And then there's a little stash of Viking books. Oh, Garcia and PJ had to go. Merry Christmas to them. Yeah, no, I'm assuming it's Saturday, so people are trying to get to point B now, or their destinations. Nikki says it's about a resource. It's about resource collection and moving from port to port with roads and buildings and settlement buildings. Yeah, that's right. You have these little pieces, houses you could put on that. That one we need to play. You need to settle the cat down. I'm not going to have any more of that. It looks very... You didn't eat your fat!
No, this isn't fat. This is skin.
Oh, yeah, don't eat that.
This isn't really edible.
No. Not even in the microwavable version?
No.
No. Okay, you can take that plate away then if you're done. And I'll put this back down again and slide over. Thank you for cooking, Karl. So yeah, next week is going to be juletallerken, which is the Christmas plate. Let's see. I can hear the dishwasher making noise. There we go. Then I can put my microphone back on. It's weird. My microphone could be on Karl and you'd hear me no problem because I'm loud. Let's see. It's not going on there. There we go. Let's see. It's Sunday here, says Nikki. Yep, she's upside down. We have a barbecue later with... Alright. She's going to have a barbecue later with Dirty Santa. They're teaching me all kinds of new things today. Microwave shields and what the hell is a Dirty Santa? I mean, I did see Bad Santa. I have an idea. What's a Dirty Santa? to like take the do you barbecue the turkey or the barbecue the Christmas ham?
So that's how Billy Bob Thornton spends his Christmas vacation. He goes to Australia to be dirty.
New Zealand this time. Do I? And there's another one Annette saying. Do I want to know more about Dirty Santa? Is that like if Karl put on a Santa outfit? You know, he's like super skinny, has the dark hair instead of light. Could be. I think I do. Yeah, sure, I think we all do. You got to tell us about the Dirty Santa. Okay, and there we go. It's the resource collection. I'll have to let's see. It's colonialism, the game. Yeah, I think so. Actually, we can bring it down now. Do you want to grab it out? You have to. Half the plastic is off because the cat tries to climb that shelf. I remember liking it anyway. We have to do this when my kids are here. Oh my god. We haven't taken out of the plastic, but the cats have.
The fuck was that?
I didn't know what I was asking for. The cats have been walking on this. Okay. Anyway, but I think we kept the other one at work, the second one. Okay. We'll take it out of the plastic. So we've been playing the one at work we have. Oh, and it's in Norwegian, so good. Oppdrag, en ny verden. Discover a new Dere er øyets første beboere. You are the first people
Inhabitants.
to live. Inhabitants on the island. There's the island. There's the hexagon pieces I was telling you about. Først bygges det landsbyer, så følger veier. First you build the country villages, and then you followed by the roads. Karla. Snart utvinner dere ressurser og byttehandler dere imellom. Alt mens landsbyen blir til byer. Soon, what utvinner?
Extract.
Yeah, then you start extracting the resources and the trade between each other. Everything while the country village is becoming a city. I noen perioder det overflod av tømmer, I andre jernmalm. In some periods there is an overflow of, am I saying that right? Overflow of logs?
Timber.
Timber, yeah.
There is a surplus of timber.
Surplus of timber, yeah, thank you. And in other times there could be iron. Gjennom smarte byttehandler åpner det seg nye muligheter. This game does actually exist in English, just so you know. Through smart trading, it'll open up new possibilities for you. Både for deg og medspillerne dine, both for you and the other players that are with you. Ganske snart blir det trangt om plassen på øyet, og slik begynner en kappestrid om land, ressurser og makt. Pretty soon it's going to be very tight on the island. They're going to run out of space because it's not a very big island. And then you will have, what's kappestrid? And then soon you have to begin with the, it's like the race, yeah? Competition of land, resources, and power. Til slutt saken klar. Det kan bare være en hersker på Katan. Blir det deg. In the end, it will become clear there can be only one ruler of Katan. Will it be you? So anyway, that's what that is. But you do have like these, you can add on. I don't know if you, like, can you make an airport to another land or island or whatever, but there's a bunch of different ones. But it was a fun game. 10 plus, 3 to 4 years old, or 3 to 4 players. And the time would be about 75 minutes, I guess. My kids were 12 when we were playing this, and they thought it was great. Okay, that was Catan, no? That's like blonde version of Karl. Okay, there you go. You can have that. I'll catch up a little bit more here, and then we'll do some needle binding. It sounds like Carla is saying she wants to an exercise wheel for Christmas to keep her occupied.
She wants an exorcism for Christmas.
Why does Carla need an exercise wheel, actually?
Oh God, the hot laps.
The hot laps. Come here, Carla. Come here. Yeah, the hot laps that she's been doing is basically, I mean, if you had a wheel that went this way, she's on it. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're annoying. There we go.
When I'm sitting now, I can't see the kitchen because the chimney is kind of blocking my view of the kitchen. But I can see the cat walking into the kitchen. She's in the kitchen for 3 seconds. Not 4, not 2, exactly 3 seconds.
She's measuring like.
Then she comes back. Then she jumps up on the couch over there. Then she either walks over my shoulder back here, or she walks directly over my lap. Then she goes back to the kitchen for 3 seconds, and then she repeats. And once I have been able to just sit her until she got tired of it. But then I was awake until 4 a.m. Otherwise, the only way to get her to stop is to go to bed and hope that she will come and bother me instead. But most of the time, what she wants to do is not to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It is to stand in the window and scream. And the window is like this far away from my head when I'm sleeping.
On that side, yeah, and the other one. We're tight. It's too cold upstairs, so we in the winter. Well, actually, in the summer, or in the winter anyway, but it's pretty much the whole time anyway because we're too lazy to move out. We're tiny house living in a big house, but it's it's cold upstairs and it's hard to heat.
No,
It's an old house, thin walls, thin windows, one single pane. Yeah, so we have like a sofa, a bed over there, and then the big sofa here, and the kitchen's right there.
It's kind of depending on how cheap I'm going to be for Christmas. But if I have any money left at the end of the month, I will get this girl sterilized. Because I think it has something to do with her hormones that she does these hot laps. But
It might be, but she's definitely exercising.
oh yeah.
She is exercising. She's staying fit for my boy cats.
The other
can't
thing
really
is
do
that
anything
she's also exercising both of the other cats.
Yeah, she is.
She will pick fights with Silly because it's fun. He thinks it's fun for like 30 seconds and then he actively tries to beat her up, but she doesn't notice that he is now being serious. So, and she will bully Fussy all the time, but Fussy has now gotten used to her, so he just goes, yeah, okay, she comes to hit me in the head again.
Lay down. Be nice, kitty cat. Okay, let's see. And it says we got my kid's guinea pig a giant hamster ball once, and it just rolled around the house all day until it hit a wall. That is. She would do really well on a hamster wheel, I think. You just put your food when you're done with it, and like at one end, and she can never reach it. Let's see, catching up.
You don't really have to motivate her to burn energy. She will do that happily on her own.
Loving cats can be a complicated relationship, said Sandy. Everybody hot laps, yeah. Like if you've ever watched dog racing, they like run around a couple times just to get warmed up, and around the racetrack they call those hot laps. I think the cars do racing cars do hot laps as well, where they go around on the track to warm up anyway before the actual race begins to get everything. So we call those hot laps. We had a Dalmatian, not me, but my roommate. We called it a damnation. That thing did hot laps too, but it would make Carla's hot laps look really tiny. Let's see. We've wrapped one item. It looks like a wine bottle, but it's a knuckle bones and a 3D dragon inside. Oh, that's clever. Civilization building game. Yeah, that is civilization building game. Oh, there's some gag gifts in here. I gotta hold this a little bit closer so I can see. Be right at my nose here. Christmas exchange. Yeah, we've had some of these. Got to go up a little bit further to where the beginning of this conversation is. Oh, Dirty Santa. Yes, the Dirty Santa rules. Okay. It's not Karl. Damn it. It's not Karl. Basically, you can steal Secret Santa from others. Gag gifts was another one that said. So where? That's where Tim's going, says Robert. And then Annette asks, "Is like a white elephant?" And then Sandy says, "Usually gag gifts and people stealing gifts from others, depending on the setting." Yes, says Annette. Or yes, says Sandy. I couldn't remember exactly what we used to call it. Nikki said they were wrapping one item to look like a wine bottle, and it's knucklebones and a 3D dragon inside. That makes more sense when I read it in the right order. It's combative too. Oh my God. Is it combative too? Right, Sandy? That would make things a lot more fun. You can steal a gift up to 3 times. And I get all of that. I just got a phone call from my best friend. He's in love. Aww. Dirty Santa. Can we steal it? No. And I think, yeah, Coco the Cat is here too, says Nikki. We tried Secret Santa at work. I usually avoid that thing like the plague, so I was called Grinch last year because I did not join in. How much of this do you want to go into detail as to why? Because now they know why I don't like Secret Santa.
I don't think details are necessary.
No. But basically what usually happens anytime there's a Secret Santa thing, for me it's just one more damn gift to sort. And it's kind of hard to sort when you're only shopping in the area. Either is our gift shop or the grocery store. Or the gift shop that the hotel has, which is all trolls and flags. But no, so anyway, we had one girl who was here for the first time in the winter. She's been a guide lots of times before anyway here, but this was the first winter that she was going to be here, so she thought it'd be fun. And I admire the initiative to set up a Secret Santa. And a lot of people wanted to join in on it, and they even said that there's a cap, you shouldn't spend more than this, and it should just be something small, and it shouldn't be something you made, which I thought was a little bit of a fun thing, a little twist, because normally you shouldn't have to tell people that they don't have to make your gift, or you would encourage them to make them, but when you're in a village full of people who just make stuff, it's kind of an interesting twist. But needless to say, one of the reasons I don't like doing or participating in Secret Santa is someone's always going to get their feelings hurt, and that happened. Somebody didn't think their gift was appropriate, or somebody thought that maybe you might as well have given them an ice scraper from the grocery store. I mean, I don't know. It just somebody always gets a little bit burned, and somebody always ends up with a really cool prize. So maybe if they could steal, but.
Yeah, but you will still have somebody ending up with the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
It's just that now it goes to the least kleptomaniac.
Dirty Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that's why I don't do Secret Santa. I'd rather just stay out of it. Means I don't get a gift, but hey.
I kind of have a neutral opinion about this, but for me it's easier to just play along than it is to go, holy fuck, I'm not going to do this, and here is why. So I was in on this.
She said, she had wrote a thing who wanted to join, and I just said, no, I don't want to. And then somebody said, are you being a Grinch? And I said, no, I just bad experience. Actually, I haven't had any bad experiences.
But that's, I don't consider the whole thing as a whole. If I'm a Secret Santa, I have to buy a gift for someone. And then I just have to come up with a gift that is okay-ish.
Yeah.
It's not an insult. It's not a personal attack. And
They liked yours.
If I go the little extra mile, then come up with something that I know this person will actually like.
So you had like a price range of what, like 200 kroner, I think?
I don't remember.
I remember that yours was being used as an example of how somebody could, the person that got burned, I think maybe 2 people got burned, but used Karl's gift as an example of how they could have done it right, because he pulled my boss's name, by the way, and gets her reindeer Christmas socks or something like that. Something stupid, but it was supposed to be something silly and stupid.
It was slippers.
Slippers, sorry, yeah. And they had...
The ugliest slippers I've ever seen, but she might appreciate it, at least when she is home and not out in public.
And or you re-gifted, who cares? But and also the price range was about right too. He had enough money for like some chocolate or something left over to put in it. But then again, yeah, not everybody went as generic and safe as Karl did.
Some people kind of took a chance and it backfired.
Yeah.
But it's also supposed to be secret.
What did you get for your secrets? I mean, not who did you get, but what did you get from your Secret Santa?
Alcohol. So that was kind of...
Were you the one who got the beer?
That was kind of a good hit.
I thought that was yours, yeah.
But...
did you ever find out who pulled your name?
Not for sure, but I strongly suspect.
Ah, okay.
But...
Actually, I know who got your name because they asked me what to get you. We were trying to say beer is a safe bet.
That's also a kind of a smart thing to do. If you don't know for sure, then ask somebody close to that person, and I will give you a sensible answer. Because we shouldn't go too much into detail here.
No.
But out of the 2 people that kind of had a bad experience here, one was completely faultless, And the other one was kind of thought through, but it missed the mark.
Missed the mark big time, yeah.
And it's also, in a perfect world, they wouldn't know who gave them these gifts. In the real world, they go Nancy Drew super detective as soon as they find out about it. So they know.
Gudvangen is so small. This is one of my favorite things. I don't know what show I heard it on, but I love this line. It's so small that you can not take a shit without everyone knowing what color it was. That's pretty much what it is here. If a tree falls in the forest, everybody hears it.
That's kind of conditionally true.
Yeah.
I think I could do a lot of shit in Gudvangen without people knowing about it, because people don't expect to know everything I think, feel,
Nobody
and
expects Karl's Inquisition.
But you talk about everything you do.
I do.
So if you can't keep a secret in Gudvangen, I can.
Well, if I do manage to keep a secret, it's kind of... No, I mean, I can, but it's usually... I don't know. I keep things open for the most part, but if there's something that specifically needs to be quiet, then I can keep it quiet. I think I'm going to get past my stitch here, and then I can show this. Why are you holding a book in your hand?
Because that fell on my head when we took out the Catan thing. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, you did. So, but you started looking through it. It was like it was telling you you had to look through it.
It's Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages. It's set in the Viking Age.
All right, you go out and you think about that, and I will show a stitch, and then you come back and you tell us about Call of Cthulhu.
Are you telling me to smoke?
I'm telling you, you need to clean your dish and your beer cans. Did you drink both those beer cans and a rum?
I think so. No, not entirely.
He's a Saturday alcoholic. Let's see. Okay, I have to read up a little bit. Ours is $10, says Nikki. We've had a Hello Kitty mug, a wine-shaped dragons, knuckle bones, and a necklace with complimentary McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. And a ceramic star made by my kid. I think the sweet and sour sauce would have gone over better than
on the necklace?
No, a complimentary sweet and sour sauce. It's all in like a basket kind of thing, you know.
Okay,
like
yeah.
But I think if you would have just given the one person that felt the most burned a complimentary sweet and sour packet, they would have liked that more. Okay. Anyway, and a ceramic star made by my kid. That's cute. Pruda says, when I organize Secret Santa, I encourage people to trade it. It can be absolutely hilarious, and it encourages interaction. Everyone walks away with something they sort of like. That's true. And then you have to be very general in your gifts. You can't buy one specifically with one person in mind. That's not a bad idea. A necklace with McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. I love it. Roger says, Secret Santa is sometimes a way to get rid of the junk if you received last year from Secret Santa. This is true. We do have a regifting box. I got my kids a Christmas calendar from Rituals this year. Norway is really big on advent calendars. I didn't really see these in the United States when I was living there, at least. Not in my part. We had like St. Nicholas would leave, there's a day, St. Nicholas's Day, where they would leave a little candy by your shoe. Otherwise you'd have like, our idea of a Christmas calendar would be like a felt Christmas tree that you reach into the pocket each day, find an ornament, and put it on the tree. That was our Christmas calendar growing up. But Karl, but here they have, it's actually not just here, it's a lot of places in Europe, but they'll have a Christmas calendar, and each little window you open up and you get a little snack or a treat, and you have to get one for your kids until you die, basically. But they'll have everything from like a lottery version to, yeah. So I got my kids one from Rituals. I got it, I found them at tax-free on the way back from England last round, and it was a really good deal. So they get like a hand soap one day, maybe lotion the next day, or a candle or something the day after, different things as they go through. But anyway, I also told them that it looks like it's a really nice calendar anyway, but it was a really good price and tax-free. But if there's something you don't like in there, you can re-gift it, maybe. And that would be a nice way to... Let's see. Oh, Max is here. Okay, let's see. A little higher. There's Max. Sorry I'm late. I had to deal with my misadventures of losing my glasses. Oh no. Karl left the mic again, that bastard. I'm sorry. I can't chase him down. I'll just talk really loud or let Karl... It's not like you don't have enough background noise. Sorry. Maybe I'll go tap on the glass for him, because it's stupid to explain this with him We have a huge river outside, and it's raging because it's been raining a lot. It's also been avalanching. Roads have been closed. Let's see. I'm looking at him through the window with a cigarette. Give me your microphone. Where is it? There you go. Or unless you're coming to sit down now anyway. Okay, the guilty party is back. I hope you found your glasses anyway. Robert's got to go off to work for him. Roger says on the positive side, we can barely hear the cat now. Jeez, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can put this down. Close up of my extremely patched sweater. It's perfect for the house. Okay, if I can do that. All right, stitch of the month is still Karbenning. And it's a very dense stitch, so I'm using this embroidery wool weight yarn right now for this, if that gives you an idea of how thick you need to be. You can go, it can be thicker, but then you'll have to like really, do not tighten after tightening every stitch here. You don't have to do that. It's pretty dense as it is. But you have 3 stitches in the front. The third one will be twisting like that. And then you pick up 1, 2, 3 stitches from behind. This actually looks like 2, but it's 1. That's because my changing of my color is there. So, and then I'm doing an F2 connection, which is 2, 1 new one and 1 old one from the front. If you know if you can see that there. So where you normally grab 1, I'm grabbing 1 more. So 1 new one, 1 old one from the front. That makes it a little bit denser. And then I have 2 loops on the thumb. The third loop is behind the thumb. It looks a bit, I can turn the light on to me. Hang on a second. Maybe that helps. Yep. And I see my fingernails need cleaning. Okay. Sometimes I have to kind of take it off my thumb. I don't know why I do this, but it's my tension now, so I have to. But you can leave it on your thumb, but if you find it easier, just pick up the third loop from behind. Do not lose your order. 1, 2, 3. You can go, whoops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Don't lose your order. So it's the third loop that you pick up from behind. Twist. Right now it's off my thumb so you can see it. And then this is your 4th loop, way over here. Then there's the 5th loop, and then my 6th loop is actually 2 colors right now because it's my join. So F2, the third loop you pick up from behind and you twist. Then you pick up the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th loop. And then you go forward through the 1st and the 2nd loop and under the leading yarn at the same time. I'll do it a couple times though because my hands keep going out of the way. But that's Karbenning. So F2. Pick up the third loop from behind your thumb and twist it around. Pick up the 4th, 5th, and the 6th loop, and then go forward again underneath your 1st, 2nd loop, and this one. If you are taking it off your, oh my God, that cat, please.
Karla.
If you're going to take it off your thumb like that, the way I do it, I don't know why, but I have to take it off my thumb for a second, pick it up from behind and flip. 2, 3. When you go forward again, make sure that you, if you're going to put it back on your thumb again and go forward, make sure that this string is not this way. This needs to be out of the way that way when you pick it up against it. Otherwise, you'll have something creatively different. But the only way to really mess up this one is to confuse the order of your loops. You got 1, 2, 3, and then this first loop. Sometimes it looks like you only have 2 loops, but the first one is over on the right. You have to kind of dig it up to find it. But depending on how you flipped, sometimes it's harder to see than others. But look for that first one. 2, 3. And if you see right there, the next loop here, it's hard to see, maybe that way. This next loop here, there's a yarn coming out of it. That means that's not the loop I should take. The 3 should be before that, because that one's already worked. That's where this one is coming out of. But I don't know what you think of this stitch. I'm kind of tempted to make some hot pads with this on some a little bit thicker yarn, because this is like this would make a nice mat. It is super dense. But I'm liking the way that this works with all. I have like a huge Rubbermaid container full of collected embroidery yarn. And I like the way that you can use this up with it. But also, if you're worried about, if you want to have a clean connection, or kind of more of a clear cut between colors joining this way, the twisted loop, this is what Ingrid taught us actually a couple of weeks ago. The twisted loop seems to make this one a bit more seamless, or you don't see the little feathering like you do on this one when you're joining the thread. It's less, that you can see there's kind of like a blend here, but here it seems to be a bit more cut and dry, but you can see that there is a little bit on the top row. This is the yellow, or like here the pink kind of evens in, but it almost looks like a clean shift and compared. And there you can see, especially with that one, with the other ones. And if you can't remember what the embroidery wool was, I have bags of it. bags and bags of it. I find them at secondhand stores. There's always somebody who's cleaning out an attic and finds a bunch of it. And usually these are all moth treated. Some has a little bit of viscose in it, I see, but most of it is 100% wool. There you go. Fast color, moth resistant. So it's actually quite a nice one to use. Some of it is too thin, then I'll just leave this for embroidery. This is too thin, or I'd have to do a couple of strings at a time to try to get the same thickness. But I have a whole bin full of these ones separated by shades of color, like all the browns together, all the blues together, and I kind of want to see. I would love to make a rug or something out of that, but I think that might be too much work. But I like these pouches; they're real solid. But I got to tell you, the price category when I put these in the shop, between the one I just had, I have to reach around behind me here. So the price category between this pouch and very buried, these pouches, it has to be different. This is in Dalarna, but it's still pretty quick. This is in Oslo, which is like 2 threads together, but it's still pretty quick. But this sucker, you've seen how long it's taken me to do it. I think it's been about a total of about 2 weeks, so there'll have to be a bit of a price difference between those when I throw these in the Viking shop. But it's a good way to use small pieces of yarn. But I think Karl needs a new dice bag. Probably, maybe not a rainbow bright one, but I'll see if I can make some in some blues or something, or greens. And then stash busting. I have a long way to go on this. I've been doing desk work, but I've caught up a little bit. Like I said, I finished the one pouch. This hat just needs to have the ends tied in, and then both of these hats are finished. I have one in Faubourg and one in Mammen. That was to compare. This one is, oh, that's why I didn't tie it in, so I would know the difference. This is Mammen. This is Faubourg. They're very similar. It's the same amount of loops, but it was kind of nice to see the effect overall. Then I have Karl's hat I gotta finish. I will finish it for next week, I promise. It only needs a little bit more, maybe. This is the silk one from Norway that I had to try cat hair. But it'll be nice and pointy. Blowfield hat. And then I did finish the mohair hat. That's what the mohair hat looks like. If you're I do have a little bit left of this yarn I got to figure out what to do with. I will either swirl it in with another yarn, but I don't have another mohair. So it could make an interesting effect if I were to swirl it in with, say, Oslo. Here's a swirl. Because it would be very see-through on this row, unless I did a different stitch. If I'm spiraling it, I could do that. Do one color, one spiral has one stitch and one has another, and that might have an effect. But that's the only way I could use that much. It's not even enough to make one wrist warmer out of it, or a pouch. The mohair is cozy, yeah. My guess is it probably itches like mad. This one will be done soon. This is using up the left of the blue. I have to pick the blue out of another thing. I don't have much of it left. So when I finish this one, it's going to be white at the bottom. And the blue will kind of spiral out again. So here the spiral ends, and pretty much now it'll pick up again and go white. Let's see. Where was the... no, I was going to show this one's the mohair. But yeah, the mohair is very, very thin. You can squish the crap out of it. Compared to this hat, for example, it would be... This is only half a hat, and it's about the same thickness in the end. But it does have a lot... It's very see-through stitches. But it doesn't feel see-through because of all the fuzz that's in between there. But yeah, this one was made basically to show you that you can use mohair, but don't make a mistake, because if you have to pick it out, this likes to felt onto itself. Okay, so Karl, I think we have just enough time to talk about Call of Cthulhu, because I know that's like, that could go on for hours. But if you want to have a little chat about what that is for those who are curious.
I can do that. But do you know where the dice bag is?
The dice bag? Yeah, I can get it. I got you a new one now. It looks like Rainbow Bright.
Mm. I just have to show off the odd-looking dice that you use for role-playing games.
Yep, I will find it. You sit down and I'll find it. I'll put this out of the way here. Now, and I still have a bunch more to stash bust, so we'll see how far I get. Okay. Show me your Call of Cthulhu. Karl loves this game. There's all the dice bags. This one was okay. This is what happens when your needle binding grows long. Anyway, it's in one of those.
Yeah, some of you I know what role-playing games are, but I don't think all of you do. So
check chat a little bit. Reading what people are up to. Oh, they're doing well though. They're not as bad as I am. I still have to make a Spider-Man hat. By the way, if you see you, Annette. Yeah, happy Christmas. If you haven't noticed on the chat, the live chat is visible after it's been up for 24 hours, but it's always fun to read in on the chat because there's a lot of good stuff in there. But I was telling Karl yesterday, it's kind of like a stitch and bitch group. You just kind of hang out and stitch and bitch. We'll cover some needle binding, we'll cover some Viking, and then whatever the heck else we feel like microwavable food. We got to do something after 300 episodes to keep it interesting, but we found out that Nalbinding is far too niche, and there's so much on Viking. It's nice to change it up a little bit. So, let me know when you have your dice out, and I'll grab the gimbal so they don't have to see it in reverse. So how many sided dice? You use the same thing that you do in Dungeons & Dragons, 3-sided and up to 20-sided dice, or what?
Yeah.
Can you use the same dice to play that game, or do you have to have the special Call of Cthulhu dice?
No. It is much. It's basically a matter of shapes, and there aren't that many potential shapes that you can have.
Most of them were in this bag, but this might be the vampire ones.
No, the vampire ones are here. So.
Yeah, oh no, these are the ones that my kids and I got. The glow-in-the-dark dice.
So, Call of Cthulhu is based on the work of H.P. Lovecraft, an American author. I think he was active in the 1880s or 90s.
Yeah,
maybe the
at
early,
least the 80s anyway.
Maybe the early 1900s.
Poor thing.
But it's basically he's contemporary with Howard, the guy who wrote Conan.
Yeah.
And both of them are earlier than Tolkien, the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings. So, and he writes horror. So a role-playing game has been made based on his horror stories, called The Call of Cthulhu, based on the most famous of his horror stories, where the elder god Cthulhu accidentally destroys a Norwegian fishing ship. Well, he probably did it on purpose. But in most role-playing games, you play as a young and promising something or another. So you're the young, promising elf that has just come out of the forest to join in the great fight against the necromancer Snugglebukk.
You're good at coming up with names.
In Call of Cthulhu, you play as and then, well, obviously the elf gets better and better. The more he gets experience, the more he gets better at fighting. Like in in Dungeons and Dragons, you have the level system. Level 1 elf is not much of an issue, but the level 20 elf can probably kill a lot of goblins. In Call of Cthulhu, it's almost the other way around. You start as a pretty accomplished something or another, and then you get physical and mental defects that basically makes you kind of fall off the chart. They have a very unique approach to the concept of trauma and mental illness. Basically, the idea behind Call of Cthulhu is that the world as you think it is an illusion. The more you know about how things really work, the more insane you're going to be. And the only way to get less insane is to basically unlearn everything you have learned about how the world actually works. Because there are super powerful creatures like Cthulhu, Nyarlathotep, Shoggothroth, and so on, that just doesn't really care about humanity. So in a role-playing game, you will play as a character. There is a game master who basically explains everything about the world. And then you make your character that is somebody or something. In normal Call of Cthulhu, the plot is set in the 1920s.
Yeah.
But we have Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages.
I'll hold it out for you so you can see. I swallowed the wrong way there, but I'm alive. Okay.
Where the plot is set in the 920s.
Yeah.
So it's basically Viking Age, but it's from a Saxon perspective.
Oh.
So you make characters. So imagine a playing group could be Norse trader,
Yeah.
monk's apprentice, and maybe a Frankish swordsmith.
Yeah.
But then the game master has to come up with some kind of reason why these people are working together.
Yeah.
And you have a plot that in Call of Cthulhu is usually in the form of a mystery.
Yeah.
This keeps happening. Why is this happening? Type of thing. So an example could be that people keep disappearing from a certain village in Somerset.
I swallowed the wrong way. Missed opportunity, not for children. And by the way, is that the reason Metallica's song "The Call of Cthulhu" has no lyrics?
I have no idea about.
I'm just reading back on chat. Yeah, they're all listening. Yeah, I was also choking because I swallowed the wrong way. Wrong pipe, we used to say. Just open. Oh yeah. Oh, Advent Rolex. I want to do that one year. Okay. So, show us a bit.
So
I can see if I can turn this. No, it wants to turn the other way.
you would have a character sheet that tells you something about your character's skills.
Yeah.
So to go with my example, the apprentice monk would have a high skill in library use. He would have a high skill in knowledge theology. the Norse trader would be a decent fighter, and he would also know a little bit about trade and credit rating, as they call it in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And Frankish swordsmith would know culture Frankish and craft swordsmithing. But then they also have their physical attributes that influences their skills. One of them might be much smarter than the other, and one of them might be much stronger than the other. So they would have different amounts of skill points to put into their professional and kind of hobby-related skills. So if they can cooperate, and in Call of Cthulhu, people are usually pretty good at it because the monsters are so horrendously powerful that nobody has a chance against them alone. They don't really have a chance against them together either, but you don't tell them that.
Yeah.
And then to kind of sort out if they manage what they're trying to do or not, you use these wedge-shaped dice.
Yeah. This is why you need to make pouches.
So here I have a D100.
What does a D100 mean for those of us that are Dungeons and Dragons
It's a
challenged?
100-sided dice, and you do that by simulating it with using 2 10-sided dice. So say blue,
Mathrox is Bruta.
blue goes before red, so if I roll it, this will be 26.
And how do you, because you have, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you said blue before red.
So
yeah.
if you assume that your Norse trader has a javelin throwing skill of 35,
So 26, yeah.
and he throws a javelin at somebody, and he rolls 44, then he misses.
Yeah. Carla.
If he had hit, the javelin has a certain amount of damage. Say it has 1d6 of damage, but then he's also pretty strong, so he gets an extra d4. So then he would roll these 2 dice together, and in this case he would do 8 points of damage, which is pretty much enough to destroy any hit location on any human.
Yeah.
But if you're throwing this into Great Cthulhu or into the back of the head of Nyarlathotep, probably wouldn't even notice.
Sandy says, you're making me miss playing games with my friends. It's Christmas time. This is when you're supposed to do the games. That's why it was actually a pretty good
So
that he pointed out.
these are the dice you use pretty often. Occasionally you will need the 20-sided, the 12-sided, the 8-sided.
This is 20.
Yep.
And then, yeah, there's the 20. And 8. No, 12-sided, sorry.
Yep. This is 8.
This is the 8-sided one.
And this is 10.
Sorry, yeah. And 10?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And 6, everybody knows.
Yeah. 6 is
And
like regular dice.
4.
And the 4-sided dice.
Obviously, you can also simulate dice. If you say, for instance, you need a D3 or a D2 for any reason,
Yeah.
then you can use, for D3, you use this, and you divide it by 2, rounding up.
Let's see.
So that would be a roll of 3.
Uh-huh. Okay, because, yeah, half would be, divide by 2 would be 2.5 rounding up 3. See, look how good I am. Mathrox calls these, Pruder calls these. I thought that was good.
Also, if you need a D2, any one of these, all of them have an even number. So you can just go, okay, if it's an odd number, it's 1. If it's an even number, it's 2. So that would be 2.
Yeah.
Which is also the size of the pips of the die. So your skills, your opponent, which is usually the game master, but occasionally players will try to kill each other for different reasons. You have been involved in that a couple of times.
Little bit, yeah. I don't play too. I usually just play to either entertain Karl or my kids, but it tends to go on a lot longer.
Yes, but you and Cecilia did shoot Arnt in the head.
We did. We shot Arnt in the head. Yeah. He was being far too policing it. Actually, I like this one. Nikki says, we are playing D&D this holiday on our road trip. That's a good idea for a card game. I wouldn't think, because you don't necessarily have to like move pieces around. You just have to make sure that the dungeon master or the game master or the Karl, storyteller, the narrator anyway, is not the one driving the car, I suppose, because you've got to roll the dice. Or
Well, maybe the guy driving the car would be good at it because as long as people are honest about their dice rolls, he's definitely sober.
no, this is true. Jesus. Uh, Sandy says, I get to play Cards Against Humanity on Christmas Eve, it seems. And I used to have Hero Clicks and Magic the Gathering. We are definitely playing Cards Against Humanity. This is such a horrible thing for me to say. But yes, my 16-year-old kids love playing that game, and we do. There are some different ratings in the game. Some are a little bit more sexually explicit than others. Some of them are not for children than others, but...
Yeah, some of it, it's probably a little bit over the top, but
some of it's a bit over the top, but at the same time...
I remember myself at 16, I would have no problem with it.
No, because they feel like they're grown up enough to it, and you just kind of have to take it all with a laugh. And But anyway, you learn new things about your kids. No, but then there's also the... no, my kids are very good, by the way.
Yes, and also Karin is a lot more innocent than her kids.
Yeah, oh my God.
So a lot of terminology that most people know just from being on the internet, Karin has no idea what it is.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. I'm in the wrong age, so no, my kids have heard all these words. You don't know what this is? I'm like, how in the hell do you know that? No, but Mom, internet, it exists. And it was, okay, so it's not like you didn't find out firsthand. No.
When I just met this woman, I had her Google tentacle porn because she had no idea what it was.
Like tentacle porn, that can't be a thing. I thought this is another Karlism. No, it's a thing. That's a little creepy. Well, when we actually stop at the spots, says, are your daughters still Suffocally inclined? Suffocally, I don't know if I'm going to have to look up that word.
She is asking if there are lesbians.
Oh, no, is that what that means?
If she wrote sapphically, then
Sapphically. Yes. What did sapphic have to... How? I need to learn this word.
don't-
I don't know damn thing! Sapphically inclined. No, there was a joke that we made in the 4th grade. That's when they start learning about the rainbow in school here in Norway anyway, or recently in Norway, and so I can turn it, you can see me. Let's see. There's my mess. There. Oops, why is this not turning? I lost my screen. There you go. No, so anyway, my kids, when they were in the 4th grade, and they're all learning about the rainbow and all the different, what the letter stands for and everything, they kind of came home and they said, you know what? I think we're bisexual. No, we're lesbian. We're lesbian, Mom. We're definitely lesbian. And someone said, are you worried about this? And my ex-husband, he was awesome at this one. He was like, not when half the girls in the class have turned lesbian all of a sudden. But no, because it was easier for them to, instead of worrying about if the boy likes you or not, it was much easier to go, nope, I'm lesbian. And then they could hang out with all their friends. But I thought it was kind of funny because, yeah, the way he had said it, that yes, literally half the girls in the 4th grade class decided they were lesbian suddenly.
I don't remember anybody worrying about that in 4th grade when I was a kid.
No, I don't think we ever... I went to Catholic school. We still don't talk about that stuff.
But yeah, no, it's...
Ha! Sandy didn't know what it means either. Ha! She's on my side. Rodisby says, Sappho was the woman poet from Lesbos, which the term lesbian comes from. Laugh out loud. Well, crap. I'm learning new things. No, anyway, so no, I think everybody just likes everybody now. You just like what you like. If it's a boy, it's a boy. If it's a girl, it's a girl. As long as you're happy, go on and go forth and be proud. But
and I have to say, people's taste in partners is probably the least interesting bit about that person.
No, I think it's a matter how you treat your partner and how they treat you.
Yeah, and even that doesn't really matter to me. If I'm talking to them on a casual basis, and they're not extremely over the top one way or another, it's perfectly fine by me.
Sandy says, oh, interesting. I was raised in the south of the USA, so my being a rainbow warrior wasn't accepted. And my father was gay, actually. I don't think I told anybody that, but yeah, he did. He was gay. He died in 1993 of AIDS, though, and that's pretty much towards the right before the medicines, or when the medicines were starting to come out, and people were able to start living with it. But that was an interesting perspective in the 1985, I think, is when it came out, and that was at the height of the scare and everything. And then you've got a very Catholic area, so that was interesting. But no, in my opinion, you like who you want to like, as long as they treat you well and you treat them well and with respect. The important thing is being happy. So yeah, it was 1993. It's 2025 now. I'm okay. Thank you though. Do we have anything else you want to mention about your Call of Cthulhu here, or
just
then we should probably. We have a little bit of battery left.
I absolutely love this game because it makes for really great stories.
Yeah.
When you play it, you kind of get to know your character. They usually come to a tragic end of some sort. But you can also theoretically just retire them.
Yeah.
It's okay. He had enough. He went to a mental hospital, stayed there for 2 years, and now he's a car mechanic in Detroit.
Yeah.
That does happen occasionally. But they are much more likely to have like their little obituary written in. I usually do that. If I lose a character, I sit down and kind of write an obituary to them.
How come we didn't write an obituary for Arndt when we killed him?
Probably because, well, Arndt should have done it.
Arndt should
if he
written
cared about the character. But
Yeah.
I don't really think he did, so
No,
it doesn't.
That was about the time when he was moving, though. No. But anyway, we should probably go because we're at 131 minutes, went a little bit extra. Sometimes people need to learn and respect others who are LGBTQ. Yep, I agree with you, Max. Everyone should just, do whatever floats your boat, but be happy and be nice to others, and we're good.
Yeah, and no matter what kind of people somebody likes, it's none of your business.
No.
So
It's not like you're in the relationship with them.
If I should hold the taste in partners against my coworkers, for instance,
Yeah.
I would spend an enormous amount of time about yelling about something that is probably immutable to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like, I consider this person to be a complete nitwit, but you clearly like this person.
Yeah.
So it's none of my business if you want to have intimate relations with this person.
Yeah. Exactly. So they're saying thank you. It's Sandy says thank you for a great hangout session. Yeah, they're also fun and interesting. Everybody, you got to pay attention to the chat though. The chat is really good. So I think that's great. I like to see that people talk to each other, and at this point, a lot of us feel like we know each other. So it's not like the biggest group in the world, but it's a very fun group. And Karl and I look forward to it every week. It's kind of like getting out and being social while we're sitting in a valley with nobody. There's nobody here in the winter.
And I keep making fires in the fireplace to hypnotize the cat.
And he's sweating up a storm.
And now I'm sweating like crazy, and the cat is still screaming. So it doesn't really work as planned.
No. We're going to run out of firewood. But anyway, let's see. There we go. Then I will turn it. We'll say goodbye. And there's no reason we couldn't be on at 6:30 next week.
No, I don't see.
I think we'll try to shoot for 6:30 because 7 o'clock is a little bit late for some, but we should be able to because it's the 27th. We're not working. I don't think we're going to be in Bergen that day either. We're going to take the kids on the 26th, I think. So we should be home.
Probably.
Yep. And we've
also,
got to finish the stash busting.
There might be an act of God, but we don't really expect one.
Yeah. No.
We have many days when we can go to Bergen, but.
But maybe. Yes, but if we go the day before, so we're going on the 26th, we take them to Bergen because day after Christmas sale, etc. And there's nothing to do in Gudvangen for a teenager at this time of year anyway. So we need to go. They can find some books and some games to get, and we will look for some, if there's any Christmas beer left over, because you need a Christmas beer. And apparently we have to get a wider range of microwaveable foods than we have here at Joker. We might have some room in the freezer by then to start storing them so we can keep up the microwaveable chef adventures. At least for a little bit more in the winter. In the summer, that'll be hard, but because we can't sit in a Viking village and eat microwaveable food, that just doesn't work. No. Okay. But anyway, I'll leave and we'll have to peel some layers off of Karl.
I'm not the greatest cook in the universe.
And buying a microwaveable shield, says Release Me. I have to buy a microwaveable shield. we'll up your cooking skills.
I don't think I need one most of the time, but I did once forget the basil today in the microwave.
Yeah, that's why that dish was in the dishwasher. It was red everywhere. Happy Christmas, you guys. Yeah, and now I've been over in Europe so long, I'm saying Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. But yeah, anything else? We promise the cats will be much quieter. No.
That probably will, because she started screaming yesterday. So I think she will be done screaming by next YouTube.
And I'll try to figure out what that guy's name is that's been doing the Midwest reels that are absolutely hilarious. Okay. Oh, and then, and if you are on Facebook, yeah, you don't have to be my friend on it. It is public. Because, yeah, I hardly, yeah. Anyway, look up for Guy Vision. There's a little video. I found a reel earlier this week that was Guy Vision about a guy who can't find anything that's right in front of him. And I had this one in mind. So watch that if you haven't. It was funny. And then you can post your own little story underneath about Guy Vision.
Yeah, if only it was
Raymond
specific.
had a good comment about that. He had another little video in the comment on it too. But
you remember you not finding the Coca-Cola like right after
no,
you
it
found
was
peanut?
like right there in the fridge. It was because it was in the door, and I was anyway. Bye. I think we gotta go. No, nobody was bashing it all. Religion's just people used to, yeah.
What?
Oh no, there was a comment in there. Yeah, no, it was about religion and experience and stuff. No, there's no bashing. It's just explaining your own end of it. Okay, but anyway, we will see you. Have a happy Christmas or happy holidays. If you be religious if you want to or not, doesn't matter to me. Okay, bye-bye. There, we can turn it off that way.